Not Nerd Podcast, episode 363, Reverse Upgrade.
Welcome to the Not Nerd Podcast. I'm Nate Heath, and we are here to help you tech better. Here with me, as always, Mr. Dave Baylor.
Howdy, Heidi, ho there, my friend.
Hello. We are back to talk technology once again.
I am so ready to talk tech, I can barely stand it.
Yes. Well, then let's get right into some follow-up. I didn't even link to anything on this, but the whole FTX SBF thing, it's worse than we thought. I might have gotten some things wrong last week in numbers and stats, but it is a hot mess, and SBF is not doing himself any favors. I heard he had some very choice words for his own lawyer. He was out trying to raise money to pay back. I did see, again, I think it was the Ottawa School District, $70 million they had invested in FTX for their teacher retirement fund. Mm-hmm. Millions and millions of dollars and people that are in trouble. So who knows what will happen with crypto, but yeah, the FTX stuff is bad, and I am very sorry if you believed Larry David or Tom Brady or Steph Curry or any of the other people in the lawsuit that has been filed against a lot of the celebrities that promoted it.
Oh, man.
So it is a dumpster fire.
I'm so glad I didn't have any money in that individual thing, but I still do have money in crypto, which is, I wish it would rebound.
Yes, is feeling the effects. I got a notification on my phone today while I was driving that Bitcoin has hit a 52-week low.
Oh boy, that's so exciting.
Yeah, so skip the dumpster fire. We'll move on to Twitter talk.
Yeah, that's
nothing going on there.
No, it's perfect.
So I'm trying to remember, last week, were we already talking about how everybody thought it was just going to shut down, that Twitter was done because all these people had left, and then a bunch more people left? Well, I came across this new website. It is twitterisgoinggreat.com.
Yes.
With a timeline of a lot of the stories going on there. Most people probably heard that supposedly, based on a poll on Twitter that got 16 million votes, Elon Musk restored Donald Trump's Twitter account. Now, he hasn't tweeted yet, but all of his old tweets, people are going back and find some gems from over the years from President Trump. But then Trump was coming out and saying, "Oh, Twitter's got a bunch of issues. Truth Social's where it's at."
Yeah. Didn't we have a story about Truth Social imploding before?
Yes.
They have 5 users or something like that.
Yeah, they're not doing good. But so Twitter, it's interesting. He gave an ultimatum last week to the employees and said, "Hey, if you want to work hard on this, stay. If not, we'll give you a 3-month severance. Click on this if you want to stay." And I think they're saying about 1,200 more people left, but he's been posting all these pictures of him late at night working with the crew, trying to figure out code. And from what I've read of what they're working on, Twitter will get a lot better. Now, does that mean I have no idea what the future holds for Twitter? But he got rid of a lot of people that were probably making a lot of money and weren't doing a whole lot.
Well, I got to say, from my point of view, my Twitter experience has not changed at all.
Yeah, no.
I follow pretty much everybody I follow still there. There may be some that I don't even notice it. I don't check it every day, all day long. So maybe some people have dropped out, but I get my news. I get my tech info. I sometimes comment on stories or I share a link, and everything just seems normal to me. So
yeah.
We mentioned before, 99% of the people in the world just don't care.
Yeah. Yep, and I think it was CBS News, their Twitter account, they said, "We are stopping our Twitter account while we look into, because we have concerns about the safety and the future of Twitter." And I think that was Friday, and then Sunday morning they started tweeting again, and everybody's like, excuse me, and they're like, "We spent most of the weekend thinking about this, and we realized that we should be on Twitter." So it's
I saw one thing, CBS News or whatever makes itself the news.
Yes, indeed. So it's entertaining being on there and seeing people freak out in both directions, and just Elon being a little silly sometimes, but seems to be having a good time. And he
certainly is having a good time.
He posted, how do you make a small fortune? Buy a tech company with a large fortune, or something to that effect.
That's about right.
Yes. So not the Twitter Bird, but Bird the scooter company.
Yes.
Overstated its revenue for 2 years. They were counting non-paying rides in their revenue somehow, or rides that weren't ever paid for.
Yeah. Or
these scooters, I don't know. Like in Portland, it seems to work. I see people riding them around, but I just don't.
It seems like a hard way to make money, because those things got to be expensive.
Yes.
And then people just throw them around.
Throw them in the river. Yeah, I see them on their side all the time. And, where they shouldn't be. And it's like, it's got to be a tough haul. I mean, having your own electric scooter, that can make some sense, or e-bike or whatever, but renting one, unless it's the right situation. But even just having somebody come charge them all and get them to the right, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think it makes sense for people to spend $3 to ride one. I just don't think it makes sense for a company to spend billions creating a network of them for people to ride for $3.
Good call. Well, if you do get on a Bird scooter and ride it a very long way, and you have an iPhone 14, the new emergency SOS via satellite is now live.
Yeah, have you tried it, the demo on your phone?
I did not try the demo. I did. We drove up to Central Washington this weekend and did notice we didn't have a service, and it said SOS, but I think it was still even in a spot where it could have picked up a Verizon tower or something to make an emergency call. But I have heard some people talk through, and they've done the demo. And I mean, if you're out there somewhere where there's really no cell service, it could really save your rear, if you know what I mean.
It happens. I mean, people drive on a logging road by mistake, and then it's washed out, and they get stuck, and they're 50 miles from anywhere. It happens.
Yes, it does. And also for all Apple users, not just those with iPhone 14s, they rolled out a new version of iCloud on the web.
Yeah, I saw this come through the other day, and I clicked on it, and I'm like, lo and behold, after a decade, they've updated the web interface.
Yeah. So you can log in there, and you can do several of the different things. And
I think this is a big win for Windows users, for Chromebook users, or users of any computer that are on an older version that doesn't really support a lot of the iCloud stuff.
Yeah.
It's a nice little interface through the web. You can look at your pictures. You can send email from your iCloud account if anybody ever uses that account for anything. But your calendar, your reminders, stuff like that, very, very helpful.
Yeah.
If you're at work or something, they don't allow you to, let's say you're at work and you're on a PC and you're like, I got to bring my phone. I mean, iCloud's been there, and now it just works better. Just open it up in a browser window, and it's just like you're on a Mac.
Yes, indeed. But on the other end of the spectrum with iCloud, you found an article from Mac Rumors saying that some people have been having some issues with iCloud for Windows users, not the web version, but if you have it connected to your computers where videos are getting corrupted, you're getting photos from strangers.
Yeah, very strange. I read through some of the stuff, and people described it's like if you took a photo on an iPhone 13 Pro or 14 Pro, and then you put it in the iCloud, and then you download it, it's like corrupted, and then there are some frames of the video that as you play them back that are images of photos or videos that don't belong to you. Which is just weird.
Yeah.
Like, how in the heck is that even possible?
Some crosshairs there. And a little pro tip, since like many of you, I have my Mac laptop, but I also have several PC Windows computers in my possession. On only one of them, I have the iCloud for Windows, and I have it set to download everything. So I have a backup, another backup of all my photos, because one backup is none backup.
That's right. You can't move forward unless you back up. Behold the power of backup. And we didn't even rehearse that.
No, I popped that one on you, and it's been a while. So
it's a wonder I remembered the text.
Yes, indeed. And you've been waiting for it. I skipped it last week.
Oh, man. I've been waiting on pens and needles to find out about this.
Microsoft November 2022 Patch Tuesday fixes 6 exploited 0 days and 68 flaws.
And as a treat to our listeners, Nate, we're going to have you go through and read every word vulnerability that's listed here.
Yes.
I typed it out, and I believe there are, let's see, VULNERABLITIES. There are, hold on a second.
It's BILITY is what they use in the article.
Okay, yes. So I just type in vulnera, and it's different iterations of the word, 97 matches
on this. Okay, let's get started with the first one. CVE 2022-41128, Windows scripting languages remote code execution vulnerability discovered by Clement Lasrine of Google's threat analysis group.
All right, only 96 more vulnerabilities to read. No, we're kidding. If our 3 listeners will just boycott and leave if we read through this.
Yes, but your monthly reminder, even though it's a week late, to keep your devices updated to get rid of these critical flaws that are everywhere. But you know what is not a critical flaw? Dave's Pro Tip of the Week.
Yes, and today I thought we could talk about something very simple and quick. And we may have mentioned it, but I'm not sure it's been a tip of the week. How often are you on your device?
All the time.
And you want to turn the volume up and down. But you're like, oh, I got to click, or I got to click down. Oh, it's just, I'm just laughing at myself. It's really not a burden to anybody.
Yes. But we like efficiency around here. Over time, it adds up.
We do. But you'll notice on newer iPhones and iPads and other, I guess that's all the touch devices that Apple makes these days. Perhaps if you had an iPod Touch, that might do the same thing. But when you turn your volume buttons up and down, you'll notice this little indicator that's beside the buttons that's also moving up and down. You can just tap your finger on that and just turn it up, all the way down, or you can do minute little small details. You know, it's like, oh, that clicks too loud, or that clicks too low, or I want to go clear down, but it's like click, 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 click. It can be frustrating to people. So that's the tip. If you push your indicator up or down, a white bar will appear, and you can just tap it and slide it up and down till your heart's content. Infinite volume. Beautiful.
I like that. And I do vaguely remember that, but had completely forgotten. I will also remind people that you can use Control Center to do the same thing, but to just hit that side button, have it pop up, not have to do anything else. Yeah, that is a great tip.
I use it occasionally. I'm not going to say I use it all the time, but here's one example, and we'll move on. I'm in bed, trying not to wake my wife up. I'm laying on my side, and I'm using the phone. I have my headphones in, but I want to turn it up. I can just tap it once and then slide it up and down versus click, 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 and I'm moving, and it's making a clicky noise and all that stuff.
Very nice. Well, let us move on to our takes of the week. Big news. Candy Crush turns 10.
This should have been the headline of the show.
I know. I buried the lead.
You and Wes are going to celebrate? You're going to go out to eat to celebrate the birth of your little baby?
We should. And I linked to a Financial Times article that is behind the paywall now that I click back into it. So I will find a new link. But yes, and they've been doing stuff in the game, little videos and extra little contests and all that kind of stuff. But 10 years, and I had no idea before they started promoting this how many years it had been. It could have been 5, it could have been 20.
Who knows? I mean, and it's very strange that as time progresses and we look back and we're like, I can't believe technology like that existed back then. Like, look up DVDs or something like that. It's been like 30 years since those things. It's incredible.
Yes, and it was funny in this Financial Times article, which is behind a paywall, shame. Mm-hmm. They talk about the fact that, Candy Crush is 10 and it makes tons of money, but it really hasn't, captured the pop culture and I guess they had a TV show that, went for one season, one of those dumb summer contest game show type things. And it's like, it really hasn't, because it doesn't have a central character and there's not really an enemy. So they haven't, it's like they're printing money. I think they're going to sleep all right.
Yeah, they'll be okay.
Yes. And speaking of sleeping okay, MrBeast, YouTuber, takes over the top spot from PewDiePie.
This article could be a reference in the book I'm writing. YouTube accounts, I don't care about.
Yes.
I don't watch or follow either one of these. How about you?
I never followed PewDiePie. I know he was in the news for a while. Now, MrBeast, for some reason, he started showing up in my Facebook feed every once in a while. So I would watch, and it was usually shorter videos on there. The guy, it's crazy. So he loves to give stuff away. And I mean, he does these, like I watched one where he locked in a guy in a house for a month and he couldn't leave like this circle in the field or else he'd lose the $1 million or whatever. And they'd do all kinds of crazy stuff in there and follow him. Or this is the other one I've seen on TikTok. It's one of his guys, like in a dinosaur costume, walking through Walmart, and he'll walk up to people and say, "Do you follow MrBeast on TikTok?" And they're like, no. And then he'll find somebody that does, and they'll go out to the parking lot, and there's MrBeast, and they'll give the person a free car.
What?
Like, yeah, it's insane. And now he's got Beast Burger, a burger restaurant where like 15,000 people or something showed up for the opening of his Beast Burger. I mean, it's just like...
Did you say burgers? You now have my attention.
Yes. We need to do I don't know where the nearest one is. I think the first one might have been at the Mall of America or something. But,
Minnesota.
But yeah, Beast Burger. MrBeast Burger. Locations. There is... no. Locations. I just want my delivery address. Well, anyways, but
I know it's trying to get us to buy one.
Oh, there I'm loading a map. He's Florida, Phoenix, so Miami, Phoenix, Kentucky, Winnipeg, Kent, Ohio, and Edmond, Oklahoma. All the hot spots.
Yeah, Kent, Ohio. Wow, that's a big market, I'm sure.
Yeah, but anyways, MrBeast. Kudos to him. He's got a great personality. He loves to give stuff away and have a lot of fun doing it. And he is now the top YouTuber.
Good job, MrBeast.
Yes, indeed. And somebody else that's made $1 or $2, Taylor Swift. She's got a new tour coming, and there's been some issues with Ticketmaster, a little scrutiny, which there's been scrutiny of Ticketmaster since Pearl Jam in the 90s. They're just not a great company to work with. But
I hate it so much. I go to buy a $60 ticket, and then I have to buy it through Ticketmaster. Then there's like a $10 convenience fee, and then a $10 digital fee, and a $5 you used your app to buy this fee, and a $15
$20 combined digital and app fee on top of the digital and the app fee.
You used electricity fee. So anyway, it is just insane. And then by the time you're done, the ticket costs $350.
Yes.
Like, what? It was $60. So I don't know why Ticketmaster exists. I don't know why the music and other industries allow them to have this monopoly that ticks everybody off. I don't understand. If I had to guess, there's one word that could probably be said, and that word is money. So money's getting to somebody's hands somehow.
Yes. And I guess I was reading in the article, it was back in 2010 that they merged with concert provider Live Nation, which was controversial back then because it's like, okay, now you're really a monopoly. But hey, if there's anybody that could do it on their own, it's Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
She's got $1 or $2. She's got a Swiftie or two.
She's got to find which congressperson is making a bundle on this and get rid of them so that they can change laws or something. But I think Taylor Swift should just make her own ticket sales company, and she will partner with all the venues that she's going to go to. And if they're like, we're exclusive Ticketmaster, it's like, well, we're not going to come to your venue then.
Yes.
See you later. And that would change some minds real quick.
Yeah, so specifically with this tour, it was just that systems were broken and they had said, we've got everything ready. We know you're popular. It's going to be fine, but it was having issues. And then the scalpers get all the tickets and then they're being resold for 30 grand. And
this should never be a thing. That
no.
It is 100% preventable.
Yes.
100%. They just don't do it.
Yes. And a little fun one. We might have mentioned that this was coming up previously, but Atari is celebrating their 50th anniversary, and they have Atari 50, the anniversary celebration, and the anniversary collection, which you can buy for Steam, Atari, Switch, PlayStation, or Xbox. Yeah, so $40 on the Switch for this collection. And one review I was reading, somebody was talking about how there's, a bunch of games, a bunch of old digital artifacts, historical trivia, 60 minutes of news interviews.
This is an encyclopedia of the Atari video game, and I do plan on getting it. I typically wait to buy games that I know aren't going to be rare or sell out until there's a discount. So I'll probably wait till there's some type of discount on this, but I'm very eager to get my hands on it.
Over 100 games spawn 7 different platforms that are on there. So pretty cool little thing. Fond memories of Atari in the olden days.
Yeah, since 1972.
Whew.
Before I was born, barely.
Before I was born as well. And one last story, there was the CHIPS Act that we had talked about some. And this is another paywall article. Come on, Bloomberg. All these paywalls. But Apple is preparing, you don't even need the article, Apple is preparing to get made in U.S. chips and pivot from Asia. So we've also talked in the past, too, about how people are trying to diversify from China a little bit these days, and they'll be sourcing chips from the Arizona plant in 2024, and I believe that's a TSMC plant in the U.S.
I tell you, this podcast is making me hungry. We talked about burgers and now chips.
Yeah. Yeah, and you haven't even had dinner yet.
Not yet.
Well, our bonus odd take won't make you hungry. Another gem from the world of Kotkey. Linking to Etsy, it's Hipster Star Wars.
Yeah, I took a look at this and I thought, I'm going to really love this. But it's basically someone who makes paintings of people in hipster clothing with like the Star Wars helmets.
Yes, designer clothes. Yeah. And there's some other ones too. I think I saw a Catwoman. And so this is for the Star Wars loving hipster in your life that doesn't need anything for Christmas. You can go over to Etsy and spend $100 on one of these bad boys, or just look through it and call it a day.
Some of them were more, like I think there was the originals or something. Were like $3,000. And so let me try to find one here. Yeah. So Chewbacca.
Oh yes.
He wears it. 031. Chewbacca wears military parka and engineered garments. Original painting. $3,000.
Yes.
I can see myself digging something like that.
Yes, I'll just buy the NFT. That'll be worth more, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Go, you buy the NFT and I'll get the print, and then we'll see which one holds its value longer.
Okay. Well, until then, let's take a look at our picks of the week.
I found this link a few weeks ago and just recently took a look at it. But it's digital Giza. Now, Nate, are you familiar with Giza?
The Giza Strip?
No, the Giza Plateau in Egypt, where all the pyramids are.
Okay, well, I was in the right part of the world. That's probably what I was thinking.
You go there to this website, and there's a portal. You can start a tour, and it displays a 3D capture of the entire area, and you can kind of progress through the area, and it kind of flies you from place to place. And then you can hit a little magnifying glass to go into these areas and move around or learn more about a particular item like this Sphinx or something like that. But it's a pretty well put together site. It's by our friends at Harvard, all our buddies over there. And it's Giza, giza.fas.harvard.edu/Giza3D.
Rolls off the tongue.
It does. You think they could just buy the domain giza3d.org or something. But it's really fun just to go around. If you're interested at all in the pyramids and Egyptology, then what a treat it is for your eyeballs.
Very nice. Well, before I get to my pick, I have been teasing this for, I don't know, a year and a half now since our Amazon affiliate account got shut down. Something like that. And Not Nerd Pick store is still on the website, but we don't get a penny from any of the Amazon links on there. Well, I started a project and have neglected, but finally, you know what did it? It was the headlight restoration kit. I'm finally motivated, and I'm proud to announce that you can now go to notpicks.com, and we will slowly be getting everything. But I figured with Black Friday, speaking of which, quick sidestep, Dave, are you tired of Black Friday already? And as we record, we're 4 days ahead of it. I have been getting Black Friday emails for 2 months now.
Yeah. I was trying to clean out my inboxes. I have multiple accounts. And so I have my combined inbox, and I start at the top, the most recent. I'm like, delete, archive, delete. And when I get 5 or 6 down, new emails come in at the top. For Black Friday deals.
Black Friday.
So I have to go back to the top, delete.
Yes.
2 minutes later, 10 more. I'm like, it's unstoppable. What is going on here?
Yes. But anyways, so notpicks.com, I figured out a way that we can get a new Amazon affiliate account. Now, we also have other links like Backblaze or Stash or LastPass, I think, where it's partner affiliate links on there as well. But the Amazon, we do a lot of shopping on Amazon, and there's a lot of good stuff on Amazon. So we will have those Amazon affiliate links, and I'll try to get more and more stuff added on there. We have some of the older stuff, but I know you've probably bought all of that stuff. So you're looking for the recent stuff, not the old stuff. So,
and I've got a lot of ideas of what to put there. So
yes.
Have some good items.
And speaking of Amazon, my actual pick of the week, this is an upgrade pick from several years ago. Now, it's kind of we're going to call this a reverse upgrade pick. So there was Aki, which sold a lot of products on Amazon, but they got kicked off of Amazon. It's probably there as some other brand, but still a good company. But they had the car charger that was like a flush mount, 2-port that I really liked. I've got a couple, and we're going to be doing back to... I'll do my pick, then I'll tell you the other part about not picks. So you have to listen to my pick. But this, I just went on Amazon. I found one. I didn't care about brand. We often have more than 2 devices in our car. And I was like, I know that there are chargers that will take, or car adapters that will take more than 2. And reminder, my car's a 2004, so I don't have USB ports. But this is the Ailkin 56-watt power delivery USB-C car charger, Type-C super fast charging block, 3-port USB-A and USB-C auto Cargador Carro lighter adapter for iPhone, iPad, Samsung Galaxy, LG, Google Pixel, Moto, USB-C and A port.
That's a lot. So this is a little car cigarette lighter adapter with 3 USB-C ports in it?
1 USB-C with 20 watts and then 2 USB 3. It says it's 56 watts total. I don't believe that. But it's a lot chunkier than my old flush mount, but in my CR-V, it's down low. You don't see it anyways. It's got a nice blue faint light around it, so you actually know if it's plugged in and hasn't gotten pulled out. And it's working good. We had our road trip, kept our devices charged. And Dave, what would you pay for the Ailkin? Here, let me, I'm going to send you a picture so that you're not guessing in the dark.
How many plus 5 reviews does it have?
577 ratings, 4.5 stars.
That's pretty impressive.
Yes.
All right. So you probably texted it to me. Oh, look at that guy.
Yeah.
And it's from Ailkin, huh?
Yeah, that could.
I think that's
like Anchor and Aki and Belkin mixed together.
Yeah, it's like Ailkin.
This sounds familiar, but it's not a brand you know.
And the logo is vaguely identifiable.
Yes.
So this thing's got to be. This is so tough. Is this a $14.95 product?
It is not. It is a $10.99 product, and you can get 2 for $18.99.
Wow.
So
yeah, it seems well worth it if you're not using your cigarette lighter for other things, like a cigarette lighter to light your cigarettes. So if you're not doing that, then it's a wonderful addition to any automobile.
Yes. So back to notpicks.com. The way that what we're going to start doing on there is some giveaways. So we'll have some products. Dave and I have many tech goodies around now. He's not going to give you a 15-year-old Kindle Fire. He would never give that up.
Never.
But
that's like gold.
Yes. We will have some goodies on there for a giveaway. I think, I don't know if we'll get that started this week, but that will be coming because I just want people to go there and leave reviews, get involved, and find stuff that you need to buy. With Christmas coming up, that's why I wanted to get it out. And, some people, they just seem to have everything, but with 5-6 years of picks now, there's probably something on there that somebody in your life could use this holidays.
And we're not pushing consumerism, we're pushing technology.
Yes.
We want people to use tech, even if it's free.
Yes, indeed. And some of our picks are free and all over the place. But so notpicks.com, there'll be a link on the Not Nerd website and a link in the show notes. But notpicks.com is what we have. And with that, we will wrap up this episode so you can go have a burger and some chips.
Yes.
Hopefully not the chips made in the Texas TSMC factory. Something of a saltier flavor for you. But with that, we will wrap up this episode. Thank you so much for listening. Share it with a friend. Send us a pick. Send us a not pick. Whatever it is, because we just all want to get out there and tech better.
Well, man, we got into that and we got out of that pretty dang quick.
Yes.
Much to Todd's chagrin.
Yes.
He wants us to just go on
and on
and
on and on and on and on and on and on and on and on and on and on and on and on and on and on and on.